So, we've had an email in from a gentleman who's asking us if it's still possible to get abs after 40.
For men, mostly, yeah.
For men,
yeah. So we thought we'd answer that question for you. Now, everything we give today will apply to not just over 40, but over 50 and over 60 too,
Of course,
right?
yeah. And it's not as simple as let's just do more crunches. You know, there's a whole kind of array of kind of different principles that you need to put in place.
I mean, ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to lower the body fat percentage.
That's a given, right?
Yeah, that way you can see the blooming abs.
We need to look at your hormone balance.
Testosterone, estrogen, because as guys we need a lot of testosterone.
Yep. Modern life and the foods that we eat and the environment we're in brings our estrogen levels up typically and our testosterone levels down. So we need to reverse that, get the balance right.
We're also going to look at diet. That's for lowering the body fat as well. So eat more of the right foods, less of the wrong foods.
And then your general activity, your outlook on life, and your mood has a huge effect on your body fat percentage and your ability to burn body fat.
Yeah. So it'll be hormones, diet, training.
General lifestyle. So let's get on with some ab training.
Let's get stuck in. So box standard, we need to get some crunches done. So you need to be crunching at least 5 times a week. I'd recommend 2 days on, a day rest, probably a minimum of 500 reps a day if you're serious about this. Prayer crunches, squeeze the abs at the top.
But it's not just about crunches. We need to make sure that the abs are lengthened and you're using them in a slightly different way. It's not about shortening them. We need to look at your twists and your lengthening exercises. So I'll show you a few of those right now. So most people know about a plank. Okay, a plank's a great exercise, which I'll show you now. Okay, so we're just making sure that the back is nice and solid. Glutes are activated. But what we do from there is what we want to do is we want to lengthen the abs a little bit more and start to really challenge the abs. So if you're really serious about getting these abs after 40, what we want to be doing is slowly sliding away, extending out as far as you feel you can, walk back up again. Slowly slide out, and walk back up again. Okay, so that's a really cool exercise. Then we want to be thinking about the obliques as well, you know, try to get that rotation in. So the best way to do that is we can just hover, lift the legs, and then we can just go side to side. From there, we can then also add a weight to that. Something as simple as a kettlebell. We can then go side to side with that kettlebell. That's just going to start to work your obliques and lengthen the abs as well.
So the next stage, you need to get some cardio done.
It's really important to get your heart rate up and get the fat burning on the go.
You want to try for a minimum of 45 minutes at a time, but the more the merrier.
And look to do that for about 4 to 5 times per week.
Get the fat burned off, get the abs through.
Any activity is going to be good. We like, because we live in Scotland, we're very lucky. We've got lots of hills around, so we get out in the hills, but any sort of cardio is good. Swimming, cycling, whatever.
Running, power walking, skipping if you like.
Skip.
Skip. I was thinking like a boxer skip.
How are you?
So we're going to look at the hormones, alright?
It's important to get this balance right, because no matter how much training you do, no matter how good your diet is, if you don't have your hormones balanced, it ain't going to work.
So first of all, for us guys, we need to increase our testosterone. Now, there's many ways of doing that. Weight training will increase your testosterone because our bodies are designed to build muscle, and it just stimulates the system to get going. Other ways to increase it is increasing the number of zinc in your diet. Okay, now zinc you can get through oysters, spinach, some red meats as well. Arginine's a good one for the blood flow. And also, if you fancy venturing to the supplement side of things, you can get all those within a supplement. And there's also a plant called the Tribulus terratestis plant.
There's a mouthful.
I hope I said that right. Okay, so Tribulus is a natural test booster as well. It comes from a plant, and it's been generally made into sort of tablet capsule form. So those are the 3 main things that you could include in your diet to really boost your testosterone production and build those muscles up. Get the abs through.
Make sure you got the basics right first. You know, get the weight training in and make sure that your diet is on point, which we'll go into after. Above and beyond that, we need to get your estrogen levels down. Okay, so it's this estrogen testosterone level. Modern life, like I said, brings estrogen levels up just with the foods that we're eating, our general lifestyle, and that's why we end up just storing a little bit more body fat around the midsection and the the chest
And
area.
also with time and over age, as you get older, us guys, we produce less testosterone, therefore estrogen comes
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
So we need to
So we need to
that.
try and counteract the estrogen. We need to get that down by first looking at your diet. So there's natural estrogen within certain foods. The main one is actually flax. Okay, so flaxseed, different flax products. So just pay attention to if you're in flax in your diet. It can be in a lot of breads, which again a lot of people will eat. The next one is soya. Most soy-based products will claim these health benefits, which there might be one or two.
Great for the ladies.
Great for the ladies, but actually it's going to increase your estrogen levels. So for the guys, I'd maybe cut that one out. And then we're moving on. Okay, so those are the two main ones. We come down, then you've got things like chickpeas and all the different legumes, black peas and split peas, that type of thing. And then further down the list, then we've got sort of dairy products and whatnot. There's a bit of a question mark around dairy, whether it does or not, but it's worth looking at your dairy intake anyway, because a lot of people have a very high dairy intake.
And that'll lower the fat anyway for you.
Yeah, exactly. If you cut some dairy, it will help lower your body fat, which is going to get those abs out.
So increase the testosterone.
Get the estrogen levels down.
So we need to address the diet.
Making sure that you've got a nice balanced diet is going to be essential for a six-pack.
So first of all, we want to increase the protein. So nice and simple, you want to eat 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Protein sources want fish. You can get away with red meat, preferably white meat, so your chicken, fish, turkey, that kind of thing. Particularly the fish, tuna's a great one, and if you can splash out for oysters, because again the zinc content, as we mentioned earlier.
There we go. Making sure that your diet is balanced is going to be essential here. So increasing your protein. The main argument we get here is I've got protein in my diet, but how much do you need? How much is too much? How much is not enough? Generally speaking, you want to have protein at every single meal of the day, and roughly a fist size is going to be good enough. So you can say 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. You can work that out yourself. But if you have 3 to 4 portions of protein, so you're talking a large chicken breast, a steak, a big fillet of fish, that type of thing, 3 to 4 meals per day, then you should be good.
So increase the protein. Now we're going to look at carbs.
So carb intake, again, it's that, well, is it good, is it bad? Carb intake, just balance it out with your exercise. If you're exercising on a regular basis, you might need a little bit of carbs just for the energy to go through the workout. If you're not exercising, then start, because you need weight training to get that testosterone up as well. But just look to see when you're exercising, have a little bit of carbs after training, and other than that, just kind of keep it to a minimum.
So basically increase the protein and then stick carbs to just after training.
Just after training, you can drip feed the carbs, throughout the day. But the big carb meals, typically speaking, a lot of people go for like big pasta dishes and big kind of rice or bread or whatever it might be. Try and cut that out. Get more protein and more vegetables into your meals.
So if you want a wee bit more carbs, do a bit more training.
Do a bit more training, indeed.
So there you have it. Nice and straightforward.
Straightforward. Takes a little bit of practice to put these things into your lifestyle on a regular basis. But if you do, you get abs after 40, no bother at all.
Quick recap: raise testosterone,
Lower your estrogen levels,
eat more protein,
watch your carb intake,
do more cardio,
and get in some weight training. And of all of that, the most important thing is that you make a plan.
and once you've made that plan,
You stick to the damn plan.